Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Good evening, Eagles fans across the nation. How many of you ordered your Jalen Hurts jersey? I'm wearing my Carson Wentz jersey. I don't give a damn who the quarterback is. I know who my quarterback is. Nonetheless, we've got a lot to talk about, a lot to dive in. I've been keeping up all week. Lo and behold, Chunky Soup number 5 back at it again. T.O. back at it again. A quarterback change has brought people out of the woodwork. There's people we haven't heard from in forever talking about Philadelphia, talking about Carson Wentz, talking about the organization, talking about the coaching staff, talking about the front office, talking about everything there is to talk about with Philadelphia Eagles football. And we're 3-8. We're 3-8, 3-8-1. And they're talking about us. Can't leave the Eagles out of their mouth. And it's all because Doug Peterson decided that Jalen Hurts is going to start this week against the New Orleans Saints. I didn't think it was going to happen. I don't know about you, Tom, but I did not think it was going to happen.
I was hoping it wasn't going to happen. I didn't think we were going to get to this point. And, when you consistently score 3 points over 3 quarters as an offense, I think their hands finally got tied with it. Where, they can't continue to watch it. The adjustments aren't being made. The we got to do better stuff wasn't working. And I think part of this is coming from up top too, to see what they have.
Well, first of all, there's so much to talk about. There was so much being said in the media, and God, it was a firestorm. As soon as it came down, it was a firestorm. But anyway, this is Keps Korner. Every Saturday, 7 to 9. This will actually be the last Saturday. We start at 7. Next Saturday, we're going to start at 8. I actually start a real job on Tuesday, and I go from Tuesday to Saturday working for customer service for Verizon. Imagine that. I can't wait to do that from home. So, whatever. But anyways, this is Keps Korner, sponsored by All Campus OC. They're a hat and apparel store in the Ocean City Boardwalk between 10th and 11th Street. You can also check them out on allcampusoc.com. Use code A2D and Keps Korner for 15%, or A2D or Keps Korner for 15% off. And then also got some Philly drinker stuff. You can use code A2D. I don't know what the discount. Either way, there's a coupon. Use A2D, get a coupon. Okay. But anyways, we're gonna dive into this. We're gonna finish up the show like we do every week with a simulation. I'm going out on a limb right now, and I'm saying we're winning this football game. I'm saying we're winning this football game, and I don't think it's going to be because of Jalen Hurts. I think it's going to be because of the defense. Taysom Hill shows flashes, but he's not a quarterback. We might have a hard time containing him a little bit, but I think we win this football game. I think the defense. I think the whole team is going to play inspired. I think the run game is going to be good. I think the receiver is going to play. I think when Jalen Hurts came into the game last week, and we're going to be all over the place because there's so much to talk about with this. This is a monumental thing that took place, and I say monumental because we didn't think it was going to happen. You don't pay a quarterback $100 million. You don't label him. You don't get the Super Bowl MVP out of town. You don't give him the starting job. You don't do those things. You don't give him that money. And then all of a sudden say, you know what? Go ahead and go sit on the bench. Let's let this rookie come in and see what this rookie can do. I'm 100% sure that he is not going to perform better than Carson Wentz. So we'll get into the agree to disagree. Is Jalen Hurts will perform better than Carson Wentz? I don't think so. The offensive line is horrendous. Can he move around a little better? Can he navigate the pocket a little better? Yeah, but he's still going to have pressure in his face. He's still going to have pressure from the edge. There's going to be pressure all over the place. Jason Peters is out. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Jason Peters is out. TJ Edwards is out. Fletcher Cox is having a neck issue. I don't know if he's home wrecking again and he's got neck problems. I don't know what he's doing. But he's not listed. He didn't participate in practice Friday, so I don't know what's going on with him. But when Jalen Hurts came in last week, the team looked inspired. And Jalen Reagor returned that punt, and I was like, I tweeted, Facebook, I was like, oh, there's life. And all of a sudden, we give up a 70-plus yard touchdown run with no tackling. And then I was like, okay, never mind. I had to refute that tweet and that Facebook post in a heartbeat. But they did look like they started playing some inspired football. Jalen Hurts made a couple throws. He doesn't have nowhere near the arm Carson Wentz has. I don't think he has anywhere near the arm Carson. Maybe it's just a different arm slot, or it's just a different type of ball. But those outs he was throwing, it didn't look like there was any velocity on the ball. He definitely doesn't have Carson Wentz's arm.
And that's the difference between a second-round pick and a first-round pick, right? You know, and that's why a guy goes in the second.
So, do they lean heavily on the run game, the screen game, the option, the misdirection stuff? How much of the playbook does he know? I'm sure they've got him. I'm sure they've tried to get him up to speed as much as they could this week. But I think again, this is a decision that I didn't think was going to happen, because it ultimately says, hey, we made a mistake. We gave Carson all this money. We signed him to an extension. He's here for at least 3 more years. At least. They're not going to, unless they can find somewhere to trade him, but I don't know if that's, I think there's a couple teams that would trade for him. Indianapolis being one of them. Frank Reich would be like, give me my guy. And Indianapolis go and make some noise if they trade for him, without a doubt. So, will the team play inspired football? Will the defense play inspired football? Get a different guy in the huddle, different atmosphere, different juice, different attitude in the huddle, different attitude in the locker room. And how's Carson Wentz going to take this? Of course he's saying and doing all the right things, because that's just the type of guy he is. But darn well he's at home at the dinner table, and he's cussing up a storm to his wife and his dogs. You got to be. There's no way that he goes through what he's gone through since he's been in the NFL and not feel some type of way. And I was listening to you guys earlier in the week. Have we ruined our quarterback? Have we ruined him for us? He goes somewhere else, he will be a man on a mission. He goes to Indianapolis. He has that defense. He has T.Y. Hilton. He has kid from, I can't think of his name right now. The kid from NC State. I remember his name, but the dual threat Mack. They got Marlon Mack. They've got God, I can't think of his name. The shifty, fast halfback he does all kinds of things. But he goes to a place like Indianapolis, and I'm damn sure that Indianapolis would, in a heartbeat. They don't have a quarterback. Phillip Rivers was just a stopgap guy. He's not going. I don't think he's going to be there. He's done. I think he's done. I think he's going to retire, or not even that. Carson Wentz gets traded there, and he learns from Phillip Rivers, or he just, there's a competition. Yeah, Hines. So, I don't think this was a Jeffrey Lurie thing. I think this was solely on Howie and Doug, and maybe they went and discussed it with Jeffrey Lurie, and Jeffrey was like, whatever, man, do what you think is best. Because I think Jeffrey Lurie's fed up. I think he's already made up his mind. He's just letting the season ride out. I think one of them is gone, whether it be Howie or Doug. That's my opinion. I don't think both of them are. I think one of them are. And I think Jeffrey Lurie already has his mind made up. He's just not doing it now because it's not really necessary.
What's up, Bobby? Appreciate the donation. He says, do y'all think Doug's job could be lost this weekend if Hurts looks bad as Carson has? I have a bad feeling that Carson goes somewhere and balls. And I think that's everybody's bad feeling, Bobby. The funny thing is, I think to the poll on why Jalen will at least look better and perform better is because he hasn't been beaten up yet. And he has the legs to run around, something Carson wasn't doing enough of. So I think with his little bit of escapability and be able to run around, I think he'll look better in terms of our offense will look better for this week, whatever that may be, right? So I'll agree on that. Just because Carson looked so bad because of everything around him, but he's gotten worse every week because the hits continue to pile week in, week out. And at this point of the year, you're so gun shy on everything. You can call it right, wrong, or indifferent. It is what it is. And everything's leading to his bad play. And I said the other night, Cap, I think the guard position's so underrated in football because, at least tackles can push guys back and you can step up in the pocket and make a throw. Our guards have been atrocious. So, you take Brandon Brooks out of there, it's not the same football team. So you're seeing this. And then that's why I'm with you. I think they win this week, a close game because I think, one, our defense will play well against Taysom Hill. And two, I think that he'll make enough plays for our offense to at least look like an average NFL offense, right? And that's all we're looking for right now because it's been bad to watch. It's been ugly. We're all Carson supporters. I support the heck out of him, but he needs this breather. And he's going to be on this football team next year, and he's going to be the starting quarterback. So the best thing for him as fans as well is to go breathe. Go breathe for the rest of the year. Go breathe. See it from a different angle again, and come back hungrier next year. Not that he wasn't hungry this year, but come back even hungrier next year and ready to say, you know what? This is my football team. And I think everybody realizes he's not going anywhere next year. So if he gets traded, it would be another year away. So we got to still hope he plays well. But
I agree. I agree 100% with what you're saying. Again, I'm going out on a limb. I mean, the Saints are a good football team with Taysom Hill or not. I mean, their offense. Taysom Hill seems to be gelling with Michael Robinson. They're without Malcolm Brown, their defensive tackle, which is a plus. They've still got a nice line. They've still got a nice defensive line. You've got
run the ball, Cap. We're going to run the ball this weekend too.
I hope so. I hope so to take some pressure off of Jalen Hurts because I mean Jalen Hurts is going to be amped to play. He's going to be amped. I think the kid's got the talent. I don't see he doesn't have the arm Carson Wentz does, and that's apparent. But I think he's just going to be juiced. He's just going to be his first NFL start, whether he's got a condensed playbook or not. I think we might see a little bit of different offense. I think Doug might know Jalen Hurts' skill set and get him out of the pocket, get him misdirections, the options, whatever, jet sweeps, or I think we're going to see a different offense. And we saw it when he came in against the Packers that like the first 4 out of 5 plays, they were rolling him out of the pocket, designed rollouts. Why are we not doing that for Carson, knowing there's pressure in his face every snap?
It makes no sense.
One of Carson's strengths is stepping up in the pocket, and you alluded to it. We don't have our guard play is atrocious. So every time Carson's stepping up in the pocket, he's getting, the defensive tackles and the stunts and everything else, the guards have no clue what they're doing. None.
And then, Cap, every time we roll him out, he makes a good throw. He's like clockwork. And you'll do it twice a game. Like, what? What do you got? Are we watching the same game? So now you're going to run all these RPOs with Jalen Hurts and Miles Sanders, and the run game's going to look good, and you're going to control the clock, right? And you're going to keep your defense off the field, and then you're going to try to hopefully make Taysom Hill beat you in the pocket somehow, and you're going to keep this game close, and you're going to win, and then this whole controversy, air quote, is going to get worse and worse and worse, and then this is where we're at. And when you don't have one quarterback, you have none, and I don't care how many you want to list out in your factory, all right? And this was the doing of this organization to even have this happen, and I don't know necessarily if they expected this to happen. I think it's like weird. I think they expected to be able to give Carson $100 million, and then Jalen Hurts was on their board, and they loved him, and they took him anyway, and they weren't expecting a controversy. But it's also like, do you guys not understand the pulse of the city and the feel for it? Because if you understood us as fans, you would know, hey, bad decision right now, bad decision, and then typical 2020, Carson has the worst year of his career so far. And listen, let's hope as an Eagles fan, the kid comes out and at least looks like, okay, he can play, where it's not another wasted pick, right? Like, we just don't want more wasted picks. We're in disarray. I just need some guys that look like that guy. Okay, he can play a little bit. It's against one of the best defenses in football. So, if he does make some good throws out of the pocket, if he does, the difference is he'll run for 10 yards right now where Carson wasn't going to, and that's going to make our offense just look better.
And I honestly think that draft. I didn't see one reaction on anywhere on the internet of an Eagles fan being excited about the Jalen Hurts pick.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden that was just like we just probably gave Carson Wentz some confidence getting Nick Foles out of here. There's nobody. He doesn't have to look over his shoulder. And now all of a sudden you bring in a guy that was highly touted, was really a great high school quarterback, a great college quarterback. A national champion, a Division I national champion, the big boy, not a North Dakota State national champion, not one of those guys, but a guy that played at Ohio State, a guy that transferred and played at Oklahoma. I mean, you're talking about a guy that can play the quarterback position. So, or no, Alabama. It was Alabama, right? It was Alabama, then Oklahoma, not Ohio State. But and somebody corrected me too. Malcolm Brown, their defensive tackle, and Patrick Robinson. They're going to be without. The Saints are going to be without Malcolm Brown, their defensive tackle, and Patrick Robinson, the corner. Obviously, he played for us. But I'll tell you right now, and then, I'm all over the place because there's so much leading up to this game. All the stuff that Malcolm Jenkins said about the organization, he felt disrespected, and then T.O. chimed in. And then there was other stuff. I saw something on Twitter about Philadelphia's history with black quarterbacks, and they didn't mention Donovan McNabb, and Donovan McNabb got butt hurt, and now he's talking trash about Philadelphia like he always does. Look, he's probably the best quarterback in Philadelphia history, in Eagles franchise history, right?
Yes.
I'll give him that. But shut the hell up. He has not had anything nice to say about the organization since they traded his butt to Washington. He has not. Just go away. Just go away. Just leave the team out of your mouth. And I know it's his job because he's an analyst and now he's in the media and whatnot. So but the stuff he had to say is egregious. We get it, bro. We get it. We could have won. We probably could have won a Super Bowl if you would have been a leader. And that just the stuff he said this week just goes to show that he was not a leader. That he was not a leader of the Philadelphia Eagles when he was a quarterback. And that's my take from it. And I don't want to hate him because he's the best quarterback in Eagles history. But the stuff he said this week, without a doubt, shows that he was not a leader of this football team.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. We already know Carson Wentz is a good leader. But the kid who's coming in for him this week, has been through everything that Carson's gone through in a way. You know what I mean? I mean, you talk about spitting images in terms of what they've gone through. And then this so happens that now he's taking his spot this week. It's like, it's so strange and it's weird. And I can't believe it's happening. And we've gotten to this point. But Jalen Hurts, great kid, great leader, lacks throwing the ball well from the pocket, can make plays on the run, and we know what his strengths are. And with McNabb, he's done himself no favors here and always held a grudge over a certain portion of the fan base and over this organization a little bit. And Malcolm Jenkins, the Malcolm Jenkins thing, shut the hell up. All right, that's the guy I'm going to tell to shut the hell up because I've had enough of hearing from you. All right, your play declined. I love you, but your play declined. You're the same jackass that
Tom does not like Malcolm Jenkins. Breaking news.
Nope, we went at it on Instagram last year at the end of the year because he was my crumb of the day. And he was my crumb of the day because it was 24 hours after we just lost in the playoffs and our season was over. He wanted to bring up money. You can't wait a week? And all I said is, you can't wait a week? We're still living on this loss, right? You're worried about your next check, and we're still hurt from this loss. Can you give it a week? And he's like, it wasn't that day. It was the next day. I said, what's the difference? It's 24 hours later. It's the same thing. You're talking about it on Monday. So your play declined. I think this organization is a joke in terms of Howie Roseman. So you don't got to tell me, but you don't got to come back here like these. They come back here and they trash the organization, right, on their way back in. Instead of saying like, hey, man, I loved everything we accomplished there. Doesn't that say something about your character? Like, it tells me something about your character when you're going to make it about you instead of saying, you know what, I love my time there. I love what we were able to accomplish there, and I'm excited to come back there, right? Instead of you making it about you again, Malcolm. And I love you, but you're another one who makes it about you. Shut up. I hope you get burnt like 10 times on Sunday somehow.
Who's burning them?
Nobody. Nobody. That's the problem. He's gonna look like Dion in his prime.
He's gonna look like an all-pro. Probably like 2 picks.
Yeah.
Watch. Our luck. Hopefully we still win the game. He can have 2 picks, but I hope we still win the game.
We don't even know what 2 picks are.
I mean, well,
if we can't pick up Taysom Hill, Kep, we should just stop playing defense. Like, they should just pull the whole defense off the field.
I think our offense is going to look different. I think it's going to be like you know how Doug and speaking of that and the offense looking different, Richard Sherman had come out and said some stuff too. And I love Richard Sherman just because of how articulate he talks shit, how he articulates his trash talk because he's a smart dude. But I think it's going to be an RPO. You're going to see a lot of RPOs. You're going to see a lot of and I think they run some RPOs with Carson, but Carson takes forever to get the ball out.
Did you see the last week? The first one they ran last week when he missed them by 40 yards?
Yeah.
He missed them by 40 yards. I said, I love this guy, but I can't. Like, I look right at my wife. I said, I can't watch this a whole nother Sunday. That's the throw I'm making right now. I'm making it.
And then when Hurts comes in, his first throw is a dime to Jalen Reagor. He was there was pressure, and he just gets rid of the ball, lofts it up, just drops it in there nicely to Jalen Reagor. I was like, I was like, oh, here we go. Because I don't want there to, like, say Jalen Hurts just lights it on fire, right? And they win out, right? Let's say they win out and somehow win the division. Because they still can. It's ridiculous that they can still win the division. And then what? And then the city will be on fire. The city will literally be on fire talking about Jalen Hurts is our guy. And I honestly think the pick of Jalen Hurts was a value pick. I think they expected it to drive Carson Wentz nuts, him play out of his mind, and then they could trade Jalen Hurts because they know he's capable of playing quarterback in the NFL. But it hasn't turned out that way. You completely ruined our franchise quarterback psyche after giving him 100. And who knows? And we've discussed this every week. Who knows what Carson Wentz is thinking? Because he says and does all the right things. Look, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but there's no way in hell as a grown man that you're sitting and, oh yeah, and I'm gonna, he's just saying and doing all the right things. There's no way away from that podium he's not thinking to himself, I don't know what to do. I don't want to sit behind this kid. I don't want to teach him. That's my football team. But then on the other hand, you're thinking, well, he got his money. Maybe he don't care. He's got his wife. He's got his baby. He got his dogs. He got his hunting, whatever. He's got his guns. Maybe he don't care. But we don't know because all he does is get to the podium and talk like he's giving a sermon on Sundays. So who knows? But I as a fan, we all know how we feel about it. Jalen Hurts performs with the same guys that Carson had, with the same offensive line, probably worse. We're going to have another different starting offensive line again. And Jalen Hurts comes in and performs. Then what?
We asked that question the other day, Cap, and it was like, well, what happens if this guy, like you said, what happens if he does go into takes his team and wins a couple games and gets them into the playoffs somehow? Like, what happens if they do? Then what are we talking about next year? Then this whole thing got worse, right? I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying hypothetical stuff, right? Like, one game's not going to dictate next year, but 4 good ones start to dictate what they're starting to think about next year. And then you can't trade the guy because of the cap, and then maybe you do, right? And then maybe you rush to judgment. There's so many things that could go wrong here over these 4 games. Like Jalen could play well, and they could rush to judgment on Carson. You know what I mean? Or rush to judgment on Jalen. So, I don't know. I just think that there's, and at the end of the day, you want him to play well. So, but you're right. What does happen if he does take this team to the playoffs somehow? Because they're going to run the football. Like we talked about, Kep, who led the league in rushing last year? It was the Baltimore Ravens. Why? Because they gave a lot of misdirection runs. All right,
triple speed option, triple option. Like they run a college style offense.
Yeah, and he'll catch up on you, and you got to be able to throw the ball from the pocket to be able to win in this league.
And let's be honest. Jalen Hurts I think is a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's not a good quarterback. He's just a hell of an athlete that just so happens to play quarterback. He can't throw a ball to save his life. I've seen so many ducks and inaccurate passes, but because he gives that different element, he's a different type of weapon. I don't think he's not a good quarterback. So, but I think Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback. But he's not as fast as Lamar Jackson, but he can do the same type of things, the misdirection, the options, and they're probably going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking to see a whole different offense tomorrow. It might not be. It's gonna be like Novocaine. They're just gonna keep. He might have 10 plays. There might be 10 plays in his playbook, but those 10 plays are gonna be based on his skill set. And they're not hard to implement. They're not hard to implement. An option's not hard to implement. Pop pass, or the RPOs aren't hard to implement. It's a simple offense. Look how Nick Foles performed in a simple offense. So
you're 100% spot on, and they're going to run the ball probably well, and it's going to make them look better than they are. And you're right about it. I think he's probably he's a more accurate thrower than Lamar Jackson is, and obviously he doesn't have the speed Lamar has. So on both sides of that, but in a small sample size, like the gadget type stuff can win you games. So
especially when the Saints, they were probably game planning for Carson Wentz. Now, and the practice squad or the scout team or whatever, they're going up against Taysom Hill, so they'll see a little bit. You see a little bit of Jalen Hurts and Taysom Hill and vice versa. They're the same type of player. I think again, Jalen I think is a better quarterback than Taysom Hill.
And you're going to find out. Like they're going to spy him all day, so I'm interested to see how he handles that. And how he reads the middle of the field with that happening, right? Because
the Saints have a good defense, so he's going to be tested.
Yep, he's going to be tested big time, and I think it's a great test to throw him in too. Because us as a fan base, we're going to then find out. Okay, this is sort of what we have. You know what I mean? And you can't crush him after one game, and you can't crown him after one game. So that we're going to have a 4-game sample size to sort of see what he is. But I agree with Marquise. I agree with you in a way. I gotta vibe they're winning Sunday, despite this city, because this is just what the Eagles do to us.
Yeah, it's par for the course.
Yep. And then watch us win a couple games. Like this is how it would go. This is how this whole thing would go.
And then I'm trading this in for a number 2 jersey. Who's the last quarterback to wear number 2 in Philly? Matt Barkley? Is that who wore number 2? Matt Barkley?
I think it was Matt Barkley. Wow. Nobody's got any of them laying around either. That's the problem.
No. I've seen some jerseys. I know my one year we got my dad a Bobby Hoying jersey, and he was signing at Boscov's, and we got an autographed Bobby Hoying jersey for him for Father's Day.
Oh, Bobby Hoying.
Remember how we loved Bobby Hoying? Remember how we loved Kevin Cobb? Remember how we loved Coy Detmer and Ty Detmer and Rodney Peete? And like we had not had a franchise quarterback since Donovan McNabb. We were so happy to get Carson Wentz. We gave up quite a bit to get him. And then, we were able to turn that around and get rid of Sam Bradford. And we did Howie Roseman did so many good things, and then all of a sudden the wheels just fell off. With the draft and then free agents and then just terrible contracts. And I want to see I'm looking forward to the offseason because I want to see what I definitely want to see what happens. I'm looking forward to the offseason. I admittedly so last week said, whatever, I'm going to watch Eagles football because I bleed green just like everybody else, just like all of us. And I want to watch Eagles football, but I'm looking forward to the offseason. The Sixers made a splash with a hire. The Phillies just made a splash with a hire. I mean, do you not think the Eagles not go make a splash with a hire? I honestly think Jeffrey Lurie's had enough. I honestly think Jeffrey Lurie's had enough, and that's why he's probably just so fed up. That's why he hasn't really said anything. But I think Black Monday, come the Monday after the season's over, you're going to see red-faced Jeffrey Lurie get rid of one of them, or maybe even both of them. Because there's guys out there that he can bring in. And then you got and we talk about it every week too. We got problems with the salary cap. We're up against the cap. The Eagles are in cap hell. I don't know exactly why, but they're in cap hell. I've been reading it and talking to a bunch of other people. They're in cap hell. So on one hand, we thought Harry Roseman was a genius, and now all of a sudden he's the dumbest GM in the league.
Yep. And
so
that all
I'm definitely interested to see what happens. Even if Jalen, I'm interested to see what happens if Jalen Hurts does come in and perform, because then again, like I said, it's indicative of what Howie Roseman and Doug saw in Carson Wentz and went to Jeffrey Lurie and said, "Hey, we got to give him some money." And then the missed draft pick after missed draft pick. Jalen Reagor looks nice. He looks nice. But we could have had JJ Arcega-Whiteside don't look nice. The list goes on and on with draft picks that don't look nice. And then you see guys performing in the league that we could have had, and Doug and Howie passed on them for whatever reason. And so I'm very interested to see what happens in the offseason, but I'm still looking forward to watching Eagles football. But like I said, I think they win tomorrow. I honestly think they do. And you know how this fan base is. If Jalen Hurts performs, they're gonna be like, "See, told you." I'm still a Carson Wentz guy. I don't care what nobody says. He's got the tools. He's got the talent. I just don't know. And I say it every week. I don't know what's between his ears. You can do and say all the right things, but that doesn't mean all the right things are between your ears.
Oh, it's true. I mean, you can work hard and you can do all them things, but if you don't, if you're not trusting yourself and you're not there mentally in some fashion, then that can contribute to it too. I mean, I hope that's not the case, and I just hope he's just played bad football and it was like just a microcosm of everybody being bad. You know what I mean? And him being a part of that. That's what I'm hoping for.
And a lot of people like to compare Carson Wentz to Brett Favre. When the Packers drafted Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre said out loud, "I ain't teaching that guy nothing. This is my football team. I'm not teaching him nothing." And that's how Brett Favre was. Now, Carson Wentz is not Brett Favre, but they love to compare Carson to Big Ben and Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. You know who those guys have? You know what those guys have? MVP, Super Bowl. I mean, he has a Super Bowl, and he helped us get there. But he's not Brett Favre. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He's not Big Ben. Could he be? Most certainly. But I think those guys are just different. Aaron Rodgers is on another. Aaron Rodgers is winning the MVP. It's between him and Pat Mahomes, but I think Aaron Rodgers gets the nod this year. He's probably going to win MVP. He's making Devontae Adams look like Jerry Rice. And I'm not saying Devontae Adams is a bad wide receiver, but he cooked Darius Slay. And then I love the fact that Darius Slay came right out and was like, "I've been shit these past 2 weeks. This is not it." So he knows he's played like trash. And when a guy can come out and be accountable, that's the type of guy I want on my football team. Whether he's gotten cooked 2 weeks in a row. DK Metcalf cooked them. Devontae Adams cooked them. They're no slouches. Darius Slay is still one of the best corners in the league. But that doesn't mean he can't, get cooked every now and then. He's going to get cooked every now and then. And he's been cooked. He's very well done. I think he comes out tomorrow. Hopefully he's healthy. I don't even know if he's healthy. He wasn't on the injury report. So he's got to be healthy. He wasn't on the injury report at all. So he's going to be covering one of the best wide receivers in the league. He's going to be covering Michael Thomas. See if he gets a pick tomorrow. Maybe a pick 6 tomorrow. I think the defense plays well tomorrow. And I think they're going to have to if we're going to win the football game. They're definitely going to have to. But I'm looking forward to watching the game tomorrow, seeing what Jalen Hurts has, seeing what the offense looks like, seeing what the playbook looks like. It might be a condensed playbook.
Yep.
But getting Miles Sanders involved, they didn't involve Miles Sanders hardly at all against Green Bay. And he wasn't running the ball particularly well. Jordan Howard was running the ball pretty well. And then all of a sudden, where is he? Where's the run game? It wasn't like we were down, but it wasn't like we shouldn't have been running the ball. You know, and Green Bay doesn't stop the run particularly well. So I don't know why we weren't running the ball. And
something we thought we were going to do, Cap. I mean, we talked about it leading up to it, that we thought we were going to run the ball. And for some reason we didn't.
And Jordan Howard looked fresh. He looked fresh. There's no reason. Like, where was Jordan Howard? He looked fresh. We could have rode him. We could have rode him to a victory. But that defensive line, that Packers defensive line, Kenny Clark and Zadarius Smith was supposed to be injured. He wreaked havoc. All those guys on Green Bay's front seven wreaked havoc. And obviously it's indicative to how terrible the offensive line is. Jordan Mailata looked good. I was keyed in because I took a little heat last week from the people in the chat saying that, whoa, what Jordan Mailata are you watching? Well, I'm watching the Jordan Mailata that is the best offensive lineman on a team other than Jason Kelce, because let's be honest, Jason Kelce's the best center in the league, hands down. But I'm watching a Jordan Mailata on a line that is not good at all. So because he's played well, you see that and think that he's playing out of his mind. No, he's just playing better than the rest of the offensive line. And he got ate up quite a bit last week too. So he played well, but then there was spots where he looked lost, especially with stunts and picking up outside pressure. So Jalen Hurts is probably going to be running for his life too. He's probably going to be running for his life tomorrow. But again, he's going to be able to get outside the pocket. He's going to be able to maneuver the pocket. He's going to be able to make plays. And he's a better athlete than Carson. Carson is a heck of an athlete in his own right. You know, there's some things that he can do outside of the pocket that a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL can't do. So, but I look for the offense to revolve around the RPO and getting Hurts out of the pocket, knowing Doug Peterson knowing that he's going to have pressure in his face because of our guards. So, and I fully expect the Saints defensive coordinator to send a lot of pressure, send a lot of different looks. So Jalen Hurts is going to have to be an athlete back there. He's going to have to run around and make some plays. And I think he will. But I ultimately think that the defense is what wins us this game tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to have to. We've had this conversation in weeks past about them having to win games for us. This is almost going to have to, you're going to have to almost win it like a little bit like how you won that Cowboys game. But obviously the Saints offense is way better than that, even with Taysom Hill. But again, I mean, you know, you got to try to slow down Kamara and slow down Taysom Hill running the football. So, I mean, that's what you're honing in on tomorrow. And if they can do that and make him throw the football, then I would assume this defense has put themselves in good situations. You know what I mean? And good situations, what a guy like Taysom Hill, you would hope that would come with maybe some turnovers, something this defense hasn't really seen much of, if any at all, this year. What's up, Scott? See you chiming in. Marquise, Chris, Prism, Ray.
Everybody in the chat, man, watching on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. Keps Korner every Saturday night. Next week we'll be on at 8. We'll be 8 to 9:30, 10 next Saturday. But this is Keps Korner. I thank everybody for tuning in. But this show is brought to you by All Campus OC on the Ocean City Boardwalk between 10th and 11th Street. Get your hat and apparel. Your hats and your apparel. Christmas is coming up. Get you some t-shirts, some hats. Use code Keps Korner for 15% off. Also use A2D for 15% off. And you can find them also on allcampusoc.com. If you're not in the Ocean City Boardwalk area, take a trip to the boardwalk. Just head on over there to allcampusoc.com. Use the same codes for the discounts.
Molly, what's up, brother? I see you.
I see a lot of new faces in the chats too. That's nice to see. This is what, our fifth week, maybe fifth week.
Yeah.
It's been a fun 5. It's been a fun 5 weeks. Definitely, we've been talking about it. We've been discussing it. We've been mulling it over. When do we see Jalen? And when they brought him in against Green Bay, I was like, it's just one series. Carson's still over there with his helmet on. I guess Carson probably only thought it was going to be one series because he still had his helmet on. He's like, okay, well, and you could tell too. You could tell when they would pan over to Carson, and he's just with the chin strap over his face. He couldn't see. Like, you could tell. He's like, oh boy, this is not. And you wonder what's going through his mind when he's got to give a press conference. He's got to go to the podium, and he's got to. But the team showed life. The team even Alshon showed life. Like, it was just a different team. And then, of course, Aaron Jones breaks off that run, and then the team's deflated and whatnot. But up until that point, it was a different football team. Like, what, 3 3-and-outs? 3 straight 3-and-outs by the defense? And I was like, there's life. Like, it looked like Jalen Hurts comes in the game, and he gave that team mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Like, the whole team just up and just rose from the ashes, and they're like, all right, let's play football now. Because before that, they weren't playing football.
No, and it's something that you always see out of like a backup once in a while, and you'll see that spark, and that's fine. And you might see that spark again tomorrow. You know what I mean? Just a breath of fresh air. But even more so than that, I think when you see your franchise guy get sat down, right, it also wakes guys up. They say, oh shit, well, if they're going to sit their $100 million guy down, ain't nothing guaranteed to me. And sometimes that wake up's important. Sometimes. You know what I mean? And maybe this is a time where that's important for some of this roster that's owed a lot of money and hasn't played well, including the quarterback. John, who reported that? Thoughts on the reports of a divided locker room, John?
I've been reporting that. I mean, that's the Philadelphia. That's the mantra in Philly. Who reported that? Josina Anderson? That's just the mantra for when this goes on. And I think it is for every team. Like, we're not exempt. No team is exempt from that. When stuff's not going right, no matter what team it is, and no matter what sport it is, there's something going on in the locker room. Of course there's something going on in the locker room when you're losing. You know what teams aren't having anything in the locker room? Teams that are winning.
Yeah.
But they probably are. It's a locker. Look, I've played, the highest level I played was college, but I was always butting heads with guys in the locker room or on the team. We didn't all get along. You're not going to get along.
Kep, you could be 8-3-1 and still have guys that don't like each other.
Exactly.
It doesn't, but winning makes that all go away and guys go about their business. The second you start losing and then you have guys that don't like each other, it creeps its ugly, it rears its ugly head. I don't think that they want this guy over that guy or even care about that. I think guys are tired of losing. And, you work hard to try to go out and win football games. And losing is not fun for guys. And
they're professional athletes. Just a lot of people say, they get paid a lot of money. They don't care. They don't want to lose. They're men. I don't like to lose it at solitaire. I don't like to lose at backgammon. You should watch me play Madden on Twitch. I'll eat you alive if I'm losing. I've never lost to a good Madden player. Never. It's always the game or somebody else's fault. It's never mine. I don't like to lose. I don't like to lose at anything.
Exactly.
And then I love that Fletcher Cox came out and said, hey, that's my guy. That's my quarterback. He didn't cry and get up the podium and cry like T.O. did. But Fletcher Cox came out and said, look, I feel bad. He's been through a lot. That's my guy. That's my quarterback. So if Fletcher Cox is coming out and saying it, obviously there's going to be somebody in there that doesn't like the Midwestern country, the Midwestern country boy. But that's just how it's going to be. And they might not They might not publicly say it, or they'll leak it, and then that reporter will leak it, and sources say, or my sources say they don't like him, or there's a divided, like that happens. That happens all the time, especially like we were saying, especially right now. 3-8-1, of course, there's divided locker room. Those guys don't want to lose. They don't like to lose. But oh Lord. But no, that's not Howie Roseman barking. That's my little Chihuahua Jack Russell barking. But I'm definitely interested. What time's the game tomorrow? We at 1?
I don't know what time we are tomorrow. Isn't that bad? It's come to
I contemplating on wearing a Sixers jersey or a Flyers jersey and a Phillies hat. I was contemplating on mixing it up and doing an Eagles.
No, we're a 425 Foxer. That's what I thought it was.
Oh, okay.
5 on Fox tomorrow.
Nationally televised?
Yes,
probably not.
I think it is their game of the week.
Oh, wow. Okay. Jalen Hurts game of the week. I know last week's the Packers game, because if it's not, I got to watch it up here. Watch it on my little, I watch it on a stream. I haven't paid for anything in like 4 years. I watch everything on some stream site. But
I don't know if it's the national. I don't know if it's the national game or not.
It's America's game of the week, so it's on. Yep. Okay. So then it should be on Fox. Like I watched the Packers game on CBS. That was nationally televised. I was like, 2 NFC teams on CBS. All right, but I got to watch it downstairs in the living room. But if it's a game of the week and it's on Fox, I'll be able to watch it downstairs again. So that'll be all right. Like I said, our injury report: Jason Peters is out. TJ Edwards is out. Rudy Ford, a couple special teams guys. Those are the only notable names: are TJ Edwards and Jason Peters. And then Fletcher Cox again with his neck. He's been on the injury report a few weeks with his neck, so I don't know if it's just a thing, a competitive edge or whatever. But he wasn't listed, so I don't know if he's playing or not. He probably will. And then for the Saints, it's Malcolm Brown, their defensive tackle, which is good news because he'd probably eat our guards alive. But they can mix and match. Their front four, with or without him, they can mix and match. Who is it? Davenport. And then I get them mixed up, and it's not Cam Hayward. Cameron Jordan. He'll probably go off. Their front's nasty. Their linebackers are good. Their secondary obviously is Lattimore, Jenkins. They're going to be without Patrick Robinson, but they have Janoris Jenkins, I believe.
They got Janoris Jenkins. They
have Eli Apple.
No more Eli Apple.
No more Eli Apple.
They have Janoris Jenkins. They have Marshawn Lattimore is really good. Marcus Williams is really good. Their free safety, obviously Malcolm. They got Quan Alexander, Demario Davis on their linebacking core. I mean, they're good.
Yeah,
they're good.
It's going to be a test for the offense. So, like I said, I think we win. I do think we win the game. I honestly do think we win the game. And it's going to be because of the defense. Maybe Darius Slay, he owned up to it the last 2 weeks. He owned up to it. He's going to be covering a good wide receiver. Taysom Hill seems to be gelling with Michael Thomas a little bit. But I think Darius Slay shows up tomorrow. Maybe as a pick 6 maybe. But I think we do win a close game tomorrow. I would love to see them win. And maybe, keep us quiet a little bit. But again, with our fan base, with the media, Jalen Hurts, if we win and Jalen Hurts performs, I'm not even going to pay attention to the Philadelphia Eagles media. I'm not even, because they're just gonna kill Carson. And hopefully Carson doesn't read or watch anything, because they are killing him. Every media person, there might be a couple that are riding for him, but obviously, slow time. We need clicks. We need clickbait. We need ratings. We need this. We need that. So let's go ahead and make a mountain out of a molehill. And that's just what the Philadelphia sports media does. It's not just limited to the Eagles media. So, but I honestly think we win tomorrow. I don't know that Jalen Hurts performs. I'm going to disagree. I don't think he performs better than Carson. Just because, unless they simplify the playbook and play to his strengths, I don't know that he performs better. He might turn the ball over a couple times. He's going to be running for his life. We know that for a fact. He's going to be running for his life. So if he can't make plays outside the pocket and make plays with his feet, he's not going to perform better than Carson. But again, I'll say it again. I think we win the game, and I think it's going to be because of our defense. But what we like to do, a second portion of this show, is use Madden 21 to simulate the game between the Eagles' opponent. Obviously, this week it's against the Saints. 4:25 start time in Philly. We know Drew Brees don't like cold weather, but Drew Brees is not the quarterback tomorrow. Taysom Hill is the quarterback tomorrow, and Taysom Hill looked good last week. I don't know. I don't know if it was because of the defense he was playing, the team he was playing, or he just decided he was going to light it on fire. But he's very capable. The kid's an athlete, and he's trying to prove himself that he's more than an athlete. He's trying to prove himself that he's a quarterback. We're going to be going up against him tomorrow. Depends on what Taysom Hill shows up. If the Taysom Hill from last week shows up, we might be in trouble. But if we can contain him and the defense plays well, I look for Jim Schwartz to throw some different looks, maybe throw some pressure at him, because he's going to be going up against a pretty good offense too. I mean, they still got Alvin Kamara, they still got Michael Thomas, they've got some guys that can play on the offense too. So we are going to simulate the Saints versus the Eagles, 6-minute quarters. We're gonna go overcast with the weather. What's the weather like in good old Philadelphia tomorrow?
It'll be 62 with a little bit of rain, it says.
Oh, a little bit of rain.
A little bit.
Light rain. We'll go light rain then. 62. Like what? Global warming is in full effect. This has been like 70 here in North Carolina. And it's still humid. So we're going to simulate the game. I'm going to commentate over it. We'll talk in the chat. We'll take some questions, comments. I'm sure Marquise is just going to want the Eagles to run the ball every single down like he does every week. And we'll take some. I'm going to set this up right now.
Yeah, so chime in with your score predictions. Get your score predictions.
We had somebody predicted last week, right? Did they claim or they told you to keep it?
I forget what John did with them. But yeah, it was Bill. So this week, again, $100 free A2D merch for whoever hits the score. Whoever nails the score. $100 free A2D merch. Done and done. Done and done. You got to pick the score in the simulation now. So pick the score in the simulation. So you see all the numbers. What are we doing? What quarters are we doing, Kep?
6 minutes.
6-minute quarters. All right, I'm going to say Eagles 21-17 in the sim.
Hold on, I might keep going. Keep talking because I might need to take Drew Brees out. Let me check. I don't know because he's such a staple. I don't know that I ever remember taking him out. Try and get it as close as possible because they don't typically update the rosters like they used to. So
21-17 Eagles in the sim. Wow, now LSU wants to play football. It's funny.
Okay, we got Jalen Hurts.
Wow, they made that move. So what do you guys think? What's the score in the simulation? And put that in, and then obviously
he is in there.
Let us know what you think tomorrow too. I see Bill said 2017 Philly. Sam says 2017 Philly. Matt says 27-20 Saints in the simulation. Prism 17-6 Saints in the simulation. John says Bill Middlebrook gave a $50 donation to the Sun Club in Ocean City. Thanks, Bill.
All right, there we go. We're good.
Tony says Eagles 21-17. Tori 23-13. Drew says 27-10 Saints. Jameer 24-14 Saints in the sim. All right. So everybody's getting their sims in. Ray 24-17 Eagles. Bobby 21-13 Saints in the sim. Prism going. Yep, we already knew Prisms. So everybody's getting them in. 6 minuters. 6 minutes. You still have time to get it in. $100 free A2D merch. You nailed the simulation.
Oh, this is my mutt team. What am I doing?
It's
I'm a professional streamer.
Muscle memory.
Speaking of Donovan McNabb, I'm so glad that he was back in the news this week. He came out in Madden Ultimate Team. He came out as a legend, like a Team of the Week item, right? 93 overall. And in Madden, there's these things called abilities. And if your quarterback can't get certain abilities, they're trash. He was not able to get a certain ability that makes a quarterback viable in Madden Ultimate Team. I used him for like 2 games and got rid of his ass because he was terrible. So I'm so glad. I'm so glad he was terrible, because even if he wasn't, after this week, after what he said this week, I'd still got rid of him. He's not going. I'll wait for the next Michael Vick card with Eagles Chem. And Michael Vick will be my quarterback to my all Eagles team. I'm so tired of Donovan McNabb. So tired of him. Like, just go away.
I try not to listen to him talk anymore. Carlton says 28-17 Eagles. I remember you guys are picking the simulation right now, too. So picking the sim, 6-minute quarters. You still get your scores in. Joe, 31-10 Saints in the sim, 43-3 in real life. Wow. And then
Here we go.
Here we
go.
Wouldn't be surprised, Joe. Sam says, unfortunately, zone defense is apparently broken in Madden 21. So it's not going to be
if not, you just gotta have a noggin. It's not Madden is not like it used to be. Madden is not a pick up and play and be good on defense. You gotta have a little bit of a noggin on defense. Offense, a different story. Anybody could probably pick up the game and be decent on offense, but defense, a different story. Look at him. Look at him using Jalen Hurts and a little cinematic. Yeah.
What's it, man? There's nothing to be excited about. I'm excited to see him play just because it's something different, right? And different doesn't mean better, right? Everybody understands the difference there. Like, I can be excited to see him play because I'm just tired of watching us not score any points.
Run the damn ball.
Here he is. There he is, Marquise. Marquise, that's what we always say, dude. Guys, the other team wears cleats too. So, like, anybody can beat anybody, right? The other team's wearing cleats. They got helmets on and pads too. So, you never know.
Looks like the Eagles deferred.
Don 17-14 Saints in the sim. You can still get your sim in right now. Get them in. You predict it. You nail the simulation. $100 free A2D merch. I see John's tight with his pockets, so I don't think anything's coming from all campus.
Christmas time, of course. I think John's a talent, but he's got a little, got a little shyster in him too.
He's mad at me right now because I told him to grow up last night, Peter Pan. Peter Pan. Because he was trying to say Carter Hart, best athlete in the city, and I couldn't have it. I couldn't have these guys coming Carter Hart, a year and a half. He's the best athlete in the city. Come on.
He's good. He's good. We have ourselves a goalie finally. He is good.
Very
but
good.
He's only as good as the guys in front of him, too. Hey, Kep, know anyone in the community that wants to buy 8 million Mutt coins? I quit the game. Sold my squad and all. Matt Spillane, your best bet is to use a site that does that. Obviously, they'll lowball you because they resell. They said that they buy them from you and then they resell. But knowing the community the way that I do, I don't know anybody that would buy that much at one time. And if there's anybody that is, you're liable to get scammed. So I would say, Matt Spillane, if you're on Twitter, that's the best place to find. Hit me up on Twitter, man. Hit me up on Twitter. I'll get you to the right website and I'll try and help you out as best I can. Taysom Hill would look like 5 wide, 6 wide, 6 wide or something. Little dot across the middle.
This guy's spinning it. Here we go.
Oh, the best athlete in the city is by far Ben Simmons.
I picked Joe right now.
Joe?
Yeah.
Joe Mama?
Yeah. I picked Embiid, and I had Harper too. I had Ben 3, I had Carson 4, and I have Carter Hart 5. And the list could be wrong. It can change. It changes every month.
No Claude Giroux. Are we finally? Is the city finally done? Is the city finally off the Claude Giroux train or what?
I've been off the Claude Giroux train for 8 years.
Oh man, I wanted to love him so bad. I got his jersey, a little Winter Classic action with his jersey, and every year I'm off. Every year I'm off the Claude Giroux train, and then all of a sudden he performs. So, what in the world is going on?
There goes John. $50 free all campus gift cards going out to anyone who gets a score. And ouch, hurting feelings tonight, Tom. Oh, he said Ben. Okay, he said Ben, but he had Hart. He had Hart too, which isn't bad. Like anyone you guys have isn't bad because we're really picking from 5 guys. You know what I mean? So it's not like any of them are egregious. Like you can make the argument for Ben. I see it. I just can't have my best athlete never shoot a jumper. In a sport where it requires you to do a little bit of it.
Defense coming out to play here, 3rd and 19.
Oh, this is what you spoke about. You know what I mean? Before we came on.
Alvin Kamara in the backfield. Vontae Maddox on Michael Thomas. That's not good. Taysom, bad throw there from Taysom. I look to see that a lot from him tomorrow. Looks like the Eagles defense is going to get off the field, 4th and 19. Price is and I don't know if we want to talk baseball or, I'm looking forward to continuing these, with hockey, with basketball. I stream MLB as well. I do have NHL 21. It's probably the best NHL game for console since probably 2015, I would say. That's me and John used to play a lot of NHL, man. A lot of hours spent on NHL.
Isn't NHL like the best one to play against your brother?
I think it is right. I think it is now. They finally got it right. They went back to a certain model. They got away from the model that was very popular. They went back to it this year. As far as like creating your player and whatnot and the player movement and stuff like that. But I've enjoyed NHL 21 as much as I've played it. But the MLB game is supposed to be coming to both consoles next year. Yeah, hopefully that's still a thing.
I'm excited. That's true. Well, Kyle, this is the first time the Eagles got the ball in the game. So, but yeah. Oh, high snap. That's realistic.
Yeah. Jason Kelsey's had trouble with the snaps the last few weeks.
That's Arthur.
We're gonna see what the offense looks like with Jalen Hurts. I'm excited. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see what the offense looks like tomorrow. But going back to the Phillies, what is Bryce Harper thinking? Is he thinking? Do we see Bryce Harper getting traded? Is he going to waive his no trade clause?
No, because Dave Dombrowski hire just made things a lot better. Wow,
nice catch there from Miles Sanders across the middle, and then the run after the catch.
Because of the Dave Dombrowski hire, I believe it makes these guys feel a lot more comfortable that they're going to try to win. So hopefully that's true.
Well, we'll see. I mean, every team in the NL East is getting better, but them. So, there was discussion of trade talks with Alec Boehm and Spencer Howard in those discussions. So hopefully Dave Dombrowski comes in here and he's like, nah, we're the Philadelphia Phillies. I'm gonna help rebuild this thing. And John Middleton's still out of his mind. So.
No, completely out of his mind. He's to shut his mouth, stop talking, sell cigars, and keep continuing to collect the paycheck that you guys get from Comcast Sportsnet. All right?
He said, I wouldn't trade Zach Wheeler for Babe Ruth. Well, no shit, buddy. Babe Ruth is dead. And has been for quite some time.
And if Babe was alive, then you'd be even more of a moron.
Yeah.
So Jalen Hurts is slinging right now, Cap. I mean,
he's slinging. He's running. They're running some draws. They're getting, that's going to set up the RPO. He's sitting in the pocket, nice and tall.
Yeah, nice and tall. He's 5'8". 5'8".
He's not had any. The guards are playing out of their mind right now. Looks like Sayamalu and Herbig Another Mr. Little counter, shotgun counter. Cameron Jordan making a play. We're gonna see that guy's name called a lot tomorrow. I have a feeling we're gonna have his name's gonna be called a lot tomorrow. Same with Davenport. The Mario Davis coming up there helping. I mean, their defense.
Probably heard Quan Alexander's name 200 times too. Not sure why the Niners gave up on him.
To show my true talent in the playoffs. Jesus, Marquise. We know Bryce Harper has not showed up ever in the playoffs. Nice little run up the middle on a 3rd and 2. Nice little that was a little zone read. Yeah, and he puts it in the gut of Miles Sanders for the first down. Nice little drive here for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles down to the 33. I'm looking at I like to look at that, and I'm like, okay, right now it's a 50-yard field goal for Jake Elliott. And then you see what's the girl? The girl kicked an extra point today for Vanderbilt.
More accurate than Jake.
It was about 10 feet off the ground, but she nailed it.
Let's see what he does here.
One of my favorite times of the year being a Marine. I was in the Marine Corps, the Army Navy game. You see the Navy uniforms? My goodness, man. Every year, one of them Army Navy game, they get some nice looking unis. Terrible football, but nice unis.
Yeah, terrible football, but good unis. Yeah, spot on.
Okay, Miles. Okay, Miles breaking some tackles. Minimal gain, but nice effort there. 3rd and 8.
And I really think if they're creative, they run the football way better than they ran the ball all year.
Yeah, with the misdirections and just the ability of Jalen Hurts to get out of the pocket and keep the ball.
Like naturally, you would think, right, Kep? Like I would assume, like say what you want about the defense, have to respect him running more than Carson at this point.
Oh yeah. They're gonna have to key in on that. Oh my God. Corey Clement picks up the blitz from Demario Davis. Demario Davis then was able to get away from the block of Corey Clement and sack Jalen Hurts. That was pressure right up the middle.
And
seen that a bunch.
Bad sack. And now you're pretty much almost out of field goal range.
Doug's going for the field goal here. 100%. Madden Doug is going for the field goal. Real Doug probably goes for this. Madden Doug's going to kick the field goal.
All right, Real Tom's taking a piss real quick.
Here he comes. 53-yarder, but 53.5-yard field goal for Jake Elliott in the rain. Kick is up. He nails it. Jake Elliott with a 54-yard field goal in the rain. Carson Wentz holding. That's all he's good for, apparently, now. Holding field goals. 3-0 Eagles after good opening drive for Jalen Hurts. Till that sack we thought took him out of field goal range, but it did not. Jake Elliott hits a 54-yard field goal. 3-0 Birds. How's everybody doing in the chat tonight? I see y'all cutting it up, talking. Christmas time. I've got the festive background. I got the lights on my chair. I got my nano leaves with the Christmas colors. Great time of year, man. Great time of year. Yeah, Marquise, you're right. He might shank that one. Here comes Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill talking to Michael Thomas. They're probably going to hook up a couple times this drive. Need the defense to step up here on this drive again. I cannot skip all this cinematic stuff. Anybody else got any questions for me about Madden, about the game? Questions, comments, let me know. Tag me. Oh, Taysom Hill is throwing ducks. 1 of 3 for 12 yards. He had an open guy there and just overshot him. 2nd and 10 from their own 28-yard line. Jake only good from 40 to 50, right? You would he nails the long ones and he misses extra points and 30-yarders. Oh, nice little find. Nice little find, Taysom Hill. That guy ate us up last year. Nice little find there from Taysom Hill. 1st and 10. That's going to do it for the first quarter, up to the 45-yard line. 3-0 Eagles after 1. And this is the kind of game it might be. You know, with two quarterbacks not used to playing much. I mean, Taysom Hill has played a little bit, but he's the same. He's the same as Taysom. He's the same as Jalen Hurts. You know, a gadget guy, a read option guy, come in, keep it in the gut. Yeah, what NFC East team you hate the most? Oh, it's the Cowboys, without a doubt. That's how I was raised. Both of my sons, one of which is 14, the other one is 4, have been saying Cowboys suck since they were a year old. So it's without a doubt the Cowboys. Without a doubt. I mean, the Penguins are right up there with my hatred for teams, but the Cowboys without a doubt. Nice play action there. Taysom's got all day. He pulls it down. He's going to run, slide down. 4-yard rush there for Taysom Hill. I mean, I don't like any. I'm a Philly fan, so I don't like anybody. I love Philly and hate everybody else. But there's extra hatred for Dallas and the Penguins and the Mets. You know, and after the Super Bowl run and the Vikings, I mean the Vikings too. Like not the team, not the team Vikings, but the Vikings fans, they still crying. They're still crying about 2017. Third and 6 from the 49. Can the Eagles defense get off the field? Nice little find there from Taysom Hill. Nice little out route. 1st and 10. Big first down there for the Saints. Down to the Eagles 41. Missy Elliott. Is that Jake's nickname? He'd probably take it. He'd be like, "Well, she's a bona fide platinum selling rapper. Sure, I'll take that." Taysom Hill under center. I don't think we're not going to see Taysom Hill under center much. Nice little dive play to Alvin Kamara. He cuts left. 9-yard gain. Devon Hargrave with the tackle. 2nd and 1 down to the 32. They're now in field goal range. Coming up on 4:45 remaining in the first half. Eagles winning 3-0 on a 54-yard field goal by Jake the Make Elliott. Nice little option play there from Taysom. Takes a hit from Jalen Mills. Holds on. 2 rushes for 13 yards. First down. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, the Rangers, the Capitals. Yeah, Joseph. I went to a Flyers Capitals game in Washington. That was brutal. Capitals fans are brutal. So I'm not gonna lie, it was brutal. Trying to get this as much as possible here. What's that look like for you guys? Let me know. I use a software to stream, so just want to make sure you guys can get the best vantage point of this simulation. 2nd and 9. The Eagles 23-yard line. A little slow game here. Again, if we were to put these quarters at 15 minutes, we'd be here all night. Taysom Hill he slides down. Alex Singleton coming up to bop him, and he gets down. 3rd and 4, 3 rushes for 18 yards. 3rd and 4, big third down here for the Eagles defense. Can they hold the Saints to a field goal attempt? Taysom Hill sitting in the pocket. Another out route. Does he get it? Cook with the first down to the 12. Doesn't look like the Eagles corners want to cover those short out routes. Taysom Hill's not gonna throw the ball downfield much. He's probably gonna check down. He's gonna look to run. There's not gonna be any big plays from the Saints offense. So we need to play. We need to get up in the wide receivers' faces, take away all that short stuff. That's what I would do. But I'm not Jim Schwartz. I'm better. Nice play there from Derek Barnett on a loss of one there. Tackle for loss for Derek Barnett. Derek Barnett's been playing pretty well this year. I think he's been a big part of the defense. Been playing really well. When he's on the field, he was hurt there for a little while, but when he's on the field, he's making plays. So 2nd and 11 for the Saints on the Eagles' 13-yard line. Gun tight here for the Saints. Taysom Hill, Alvin Kamara to his left. Takes a snap all day to throw. Finds Jared Cook again across the middle. Or no, who is it? No, that's not Jared Cook. Smith, that kid's good too. They've got a nice little. They've got Emmanuel Sanders, Tyquan Smith, Michael Thomas, Jared Cook, Alvin Kamara. They got some weapons. 4 wide here. Alvin Kamara in the slot. Taysom Hill in the shotgun. 3rd and 3. Across the middle. Touchdown, Michael Thomas. Don't know what that defense was. The corner was not up in the grill of Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas just runs a slant off the line, untouched. Easy pitch and catch there from Taysom Hill. Even Taysom Hill can make that throw. Kat, what was your favorite Eagles team that didn't win a Super Bowl? I was born in 1981. Yeah, I'm pretty old. But easily any of those teams from the 90s, man. Those teams led by Randall Cunningham, Reggie White. Those teams. The year we lost to Chicago in the Fog Bowl, I was 8 years old. 1989, I was 8 years old. I remember that was my first vivid memory of the Eagles. So any of those teams, I mean, obviously I liked the TO team, the Super Bowl we lost in 2004. I loved Donovan McNabb when he played. I just can't stand him now. So, but hands down, Randall Cunningham until Brian Dawkins. Randall Cunningham was easily my favorite Eagle of all time. Until Brian Dawkins came along. But yeah, I mean, those teams were fun to watch. Randall Cunningham was so fun to watch. The defense was fun to watch. I don't know that we're going to play a lot of zone tomorrow. That's not Jim Schwartz's bag. I think he's gonna put these guys on an island, and he might send a lot of pressure at Taysom Hill. I think he's going to send a lot of pressure, knowing that Taysom Hill is going to want to get out of the pocket and scramble and do those type of things. I think Jim Schwartz is going to send some pressure tomorrow. We're going to see a lot of pressure tomorrow, I believe. But then knowing Jim, you never know what you're going to get from Jim Schwartz. You're going to get a lot of man press. They're putting those corners on an island. So, other than the last 2 weeks, Slay has played pretty well this year, except for the last 2 weeks, and he's going up against another tough wide receiver tomorrow too. Michael Thomas is big and physical and can run really good routes. So hopefully Darius Slay comes out tomorrow and atones for the last 2 weeks, because he's been cooked the last 2 weeks. Jalen Hurts on the center, single back bunch. Does he get his feet down? Does he get in bounds? Does he get that catch? Nice little out route. Does he get his feet in? No, he does not. 2nd and 10, incomplete pass from the 27-yard line. 2-minute warning. Eagles trailing 7-3. A nice little slant to Michael Thomas inside the 5-yard line. Somebody said, yeah, patented Jim Schwartz offense. Playing man is with. Yeah, Sam, you're right. But I don't know that. I think Taysom has in his mind that he wants to prove he can be a quarterback. So in my mind, I'm thinking he's going to want to stand in the pocket and throw the ball. Terrible screenplay to Miles Sanders. 3rd and 10. Eagles' screen game has been non-existent this year. I don't know what that's about. That's a big part of the offense, when you come from Andy Reid's tree And you would think the Eagles would be a better screen team than they had. They have not been a good screen team this year at all. And that's a bad thing because of how much pressure the Eagles offensive line has given up. A good screen game would negate that type of pressure from a defense. Inside zone of Miles Sanders covering the ball up, doesn't want to fumble. Saints are going to take a timeout. They're going to get the ball back. Eagles are going to have to punt. 1:49 remaining in the first half. Eagles trailing 7-3. 54-yard field goal by Jake Elliott. And a nice little 5-yard slant pass from Taysom Hill to Michael Thomas, giving the Saints a 7-3 lead. Saints are going to get the ball back with 2 timeouts. The Eagles MVP thus far, Cameron Johnson, back to punt. That ball is, are we going to get a roughing the kicker? We're going to get a roughing the kicker. The ball was almost blocked. We are going to get a roughing the kicker. The Eagles are going to get the ball back. Almost at midfield. 1:42 remaining. 3 timeouts. Big penalty there on the Saints. I haven't seen a roughing the kicker call in Madden ever. So, big penalty there against the Saints. Eagles going to get the ball back at the 47-yard line. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, Matt Spillane, they don't take the ball away at all, man. This defense doesn't take the ball away at all. Suddenly, the O-line is going to block more for Lawrence. Lawrence, you can sense that. It's in the back of your mind. I mean, that's what's happened the last few years, right? Nice little drag route to Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz, instead of staying the course and running across the field and getting out of bounds, he tries to cut upfield. 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 for the Eagles. Clock running. 1:27, 1:26. 3 timeouts. Doug's not taking his timeouts. Jalen Hurts. Nice little find there. Zach Ertz again. 4 of 6. Zach Ertz, 3 catches for 30 yards. 1st and 10 down to the 33. Clock still ticking. Doug not using his timeouts. This is a little Andy Reid clock management right here. Here we go. Finally takes a timeout after letting some of the time run off the clock. They're in field goal range, but let's go get 7 here, boys. Let's go get 7. Travis Fulgham. We have not seen Travis Fulgham in forever. I think he's on is he on a milk carton in the Philadelphia area? Since he's been missing, is Travis Fulgham on any milk cartons in the tri-state area? Can anybody confirm that? Jalen Hurts up the middle. Looks like he had a little bit more room to run, but he slides down. 9-yard gain. Jalen Hurts on a scramble up the middle. Had pressure from the outside. Decided to step in the pocket and take off. 2nd and 1 for the Eagles at the 24-yard line. Travis Fulgham actually got a card this week in Madden. 92 overall. Travis Fulgham. I'm using him on my Mutt team, and he's pretty decent. Not going to lie. Travis on a milk carton? Okay. That's what I figured. 4 wide, 5 wide, tight end in the slot. Zach Ertz. Jalen Hurts tried to find Zach Ertz across the middle. Terrible throw. 3rd and 1 from the 24-yard line. Did Tom fall in? Tom fell in. Shotgun bunch to the wide side. Terrible throw. Wide open. There was nobody in front of me. Hits them. He might still be running. 4th and 1. If I'm Doug, I'm going for this. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not going for this. I'm going to take my 3. I get the ball at half. So I'll take my 3. Although 4th and 1, I don't know. I'd be hard pressed if I. Oh, here we go. Single back trips to the left side. Miles Sanders in the backfield. 4th and 1 from the 24. The halfback dive up the middle. Miles Sanders picks up the first down. Clock running. Still 1 timeout remaining. Nah, it's Doug's fault for lowering his snaps for Elder. Yeah, you could be right. 4 wide. Wide receiver or tight end in the slot. That's a terror. You can't take that sack. Jalen. That's a rookie right there. You cannot take that sack. Back to the 27-yard line. Clock ticking. Let the clock stop at 15 seconds. And not take that sack there. He wasn't looking downfield. That might be a little preview of things to come in tomorrow's game. He looked confused on that play. Clock still ticking. The Eagles going to take a timeout. Probably going to settle for 3 here. Unless you take a couple shots at the end zone with 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Here it is. Jake Elliott, 44-yard field goal. Kick is up. The kick is good. 7-6. Looks like we're going to go in at the half. 7-6. Eagles do get the second half kickoff. Setting up for a good one in the second half here. See if Jalen Hurts can come out of halftime after a little pep talk from the coach. Maybe gets psyched up from the veterans on the team, and he comes out and starts slinging the rock in the second half, and the Eagles win this football game. Eagles have won one of these simulations. This is the 5th week. Eagles are 1-3 in the simulations. The only win was against the Seahawks. Saints gonna bring. The Saints got. Huh? Oh, never mind. The Saints probably gonna come out and kneel the ball and take it into the second half. I was like, wait a minute. The Eagles are supposed to get the second half. I forgot there was some time left on the clock. My apologies. Let's just get through this 2 seconds here. Come out at halftime. I'll show you guys the halftime show. You guys ready for the halftime show? Here we go. Who knows what's this from? Who knows what this is from? That's the A2D Keps Korner halftime show. I got Bills. Rams and Super Bowl 55. Rams and Bills. That's a bold prediction. Madden 99. That is Super Tecmo Bowl. That's Tecmo Bowl. I can't wait to watch the Bills show America how much the Steelers are. Oh, yeah. I definitely got the Bills winning tomorrow. I don't know that the Bills can beat the Chiefs. I think it's the Chiefs conference to lose. I think it's gonna be Chiefs. I think it's gonna be Chiefs Packers. I think it's gonna be Chiefs Packers. The best halftime show I've ever seen. It's funny. I get people, I stream on Twitch. I'm a partner streamer on Twitch. But I get people that come in, they'll ask me all the time, Kep, what's Super Bowl predictions? Eagles. That's all I say. Eagles. Every time they ask, Eagles. I don't care. I tried. Take a knee. Here we go. Jalen Hurts. Second half, here we go. Down 7-6. Jalen Hurts not looking too bad. He looked lost a couple times in the pocket. Again, this is just a Madden sim. So it's kind of looking realistic. A little bit. Let's see what Jalen Hurts can do this second half. Trailing by 1. 2 field goals. Too long. A 44-yarder and a 54-yarder for Jake Elliott. 2 for 2. Taysom Hill not looking too bad. Finding Michael Thomas across the middle inside the 5 for a touchdown. That's your scoring up to this point. Jalen Hurts, gun doubles here. Miles Sanders splitting out wide. Goddard and Ertz on the line. Nice little dump. Nice little find across the middle to Zach Ertz. Yeah, I haven't watched much of the Rams. Joseph, so that's why, man. I don't know, man. I guess I don't know. I mean, obviously they were there. They've got what they've got what it takes. I mean, you never know what Seattle team's showing up. Seattle's tough. Green Bay's tough. The Saints get Drew Brees back. Obviously no one from the NFC East, so it doesn't really matter. If the Eagles have a top 10 pick in the draft, what position are you addressing first? I would say linebacker. I mean, if we think we have what we have with Andre Dillard and Jordan Mailata, well, Andre Dillard and Mailata being a backup, and we still have Lane Johnson. So Lane Johnson's still young. We still have him for a while. So I don't know that we take a tackle. Do we take a linebacker? I would say taking the best. There's some good linebackers coming out this year. Nice little play action there from Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts pulls it down. He's going to take off from the right side, off to the races. Nice big time run down to the 28-yard line for Jalen Hurts. I don't think Goff is trash. I thought at first he was, and then the more McVay, the tutelage, so to speak, the tutoring. I think Jared Goff has progressed mighty well since his rookie year. He's definitely better than Wentz. Micah? I mean, if we end up with that high, Micah's high on the draft board, so. Nice little find again. Zach Ertz breaks a tackle. That's fake. That could be a first down. 7 of 11 for 81 yards. First down to the 18. Kyle Pitts. I don't know that we need a wide receiver. I don't know that we need to take a wide receiver unless it's a playmate, like it's a game-breaking wide receiver. We need linebackers, man. We need linebackers. Nice little find there. A nice little table route from Miles Sanders. 2nd and 5. Saints and Chiefs. I don't know. I don't know. That's a very good possibility too. They get Drew Brees back. That defense, the Saints defense, is nasty. So we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Saints Chiefs. That would be a hell of a Super Bowl. Draw play to Miles Sanders up the middle, breaking tackles down to the 8-yard line. Does he pick up the first down? No. 3rd and inches. 3rd and inches. 3:45 remaining in the third quarter. 8-yard line. Eagles trailing 7-6. Madden 21 simulation. This is Keps Korner weekly podcast every Saturday night. Next week will be at 8 o'clock. Next Saturday night will be at 8 o'clock instead of 7. I start a new gig, a new job on Tuesday. But I'll be working Tuesday through Saturday, 11 in the morning till 8 at night. So, again, I do also stream on Twitch. All you got to do is search Twitch, big_Kep, KEP13, big_KEP13. I stream Madden over there. My schedule's obviously going to change come Tuesday with that. But I'm a partnered streamer over there. Have been for 4.5 years. February will be 5 years I've been doing that. Stay-at-home dad, stream Madden, get paid to do it, but now I'm getting a real job. So I'll still stream Madden and conversate with everybody over there on Twitch. So come on over there, give me a follow. You got Amazon. Oh, okay. Nice little run up the middle for Miles Sanders on the little misdirection counter. That's going to be a touchdown for Miles Sanders. Does Doug go for 2 here? More than likely he does. I think he does anyway. Good tough running that drive from Miles Sanders between the tackles. We don't see that much from Miles. Miles going to eat tomorrow? I don't know, man. The Saints defense is tough, so we'll see. He's obviously got to be the featured back. And the Eagles are going to line up. Go for 2. Miles Sanders in the backfield. Jalen Hurts throws a dot to Alshon Jeffrey in the back of the end zone. Marshawn Lattimore in coverage. That's going to be a completion for the 2-point conversion. Eagles are going to go up by a touchdown. 2:56 remaining in the third quarter. Nice find there from Jalen Hurts. Sat in the pocket. Delivered a nice ball. I don't know that he might have been going to Rager on that, and Alshon just so happened to be in the area. Alshon comes down with it for the 2-point conversion. Miles will not eat tomorrow. He might get a nibble on a few crumbs. Oh, Albert Mendez. Me too, man. Me too. I mean, they're not playing good football. This year's been tough, but I enjoy watching Eagles football. So carrying on the legacy of my late great father. You know, He always said, no matter what, you ride or die. Win, lose, draw, doesn't matter. You come back the next week and you watch them. So I still do it. I'm 39 years old, and my dad passed away 2 days after Christmas. This year will be 11 years. So, or 9 years, excuse me. 9 years. Passed away in 2001 or 2011, excuse me. So, you know, I'm carrying it on. Passed it down to my sons. I have a 14-year-old son and a 4-year-old son, and they love Philadelphia sports too. So no matter what, we're going to be watching. They could be winless, and I'd still be watching. I dealt with Rich Kotite years. I dealt with some tough years. So I'm still going to watch. Cam Akers, James Conner, David Montgomery. Cam Akers has had a pretty decent year, and Miles Sanders shows flashes, but he don't get the ball enough. He just doesn't get the ball enough. I formation, nice little play action there from Taysom Hill. Throws back across his body, finds Michael Thomas across the middle. You collect varsity jackets? No. 14-7 Eagles right now. Who had the prediction? What's the predictions right now? Who had the predictions for this? Minute 50 remaining in the third. Tom is back. He somehow got out. He fell in and he got out.
I had a little Applebee's waiting, and I just
okay.
Had to get a nibble.
You didn't want to share with the class. I got you.
Yeah, well, if we're all here together in studio, and 2020 wasn't crazy, yeah, we would pass along the quesadilla burger. Swing, give you halves. Like lady.
Here we go. Single back quads for the Saints. Taysom Hill finds Jared Cook. Jared Cook is eating the middle of the field alive right now. Taysom Hill, 10 of 13 for 92 yards and a touchdown. That seems like a Taysom Hill line. I had Saints 17-14. Got you. Minute remaining. Coming up on a minute remaining in the third quarter. Eagles had a little draw play to Miles Sanders for a touchdown and then a 2-point conversion, Tom. So
I seen that in Alshon, right?
Yeah, 2 made field goals by Jake Elliott and then a touchdown, 2-point conversion. Nice little drive last time for the Eagles. Defense got to show up here. 3rd and inches from the 38-yard line. Applebee's gate.
And this could be the type of defense you see tomorrow too. Good.
5 wide. Kamara in the slot. Nice little find there. Again, there's some Jim Schwartz offense. You know, it's 3rd and inches. Let's line Avonte Maddox 8 yards off the ball on Michael Thomas. That's legit. That seems real. 1st and 10 down to the 24. That's probably going to do it for the third quarter. We're going to go into the fourth quarter. Eagles up 14-7. Can the defense hold the line here? Hold the door. Hold them to a field goal attempt. We'll find out. Hold up your 4s. Let's go. Defense, no turnovers in this game. I mean, we haven't forced any turnovers in, for real either. So
forever.
I can't remember the last time we created a turnover.
Cowboys.
Well, there was the strip sack. Well, no. Did we pick off Aaron Rodgers on Sunday?
I don't think we did.
I don't think so either.
I'm
trying to decipher, but because we picked him off in the sim, we didn't. I don't think we picked him off.
I don't know if we had an interception in the last 4 weeks.
That man, Alvin Kamara.
Ooh.
That man is nasty.
Ooh.
He's so good in the open field, and that's why he's got that X factor underneath him. He's got that X factor and abilities. Madden has become Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragon Ball Z, all these abilities and X factors and stuff. But I mean, that's Alvin Kamara in real life too. He's nasty in the open field. He's hard as hell to tackle. Well, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Saints at the 12-yard line. 5.5 minutes remaining in the fourth. Taysom Hill drops back. Standing tall in the pocket. No rush.
All day.
Alex Singleton comes up. Fletcher Cox Second 11, that's going to be a half a sack for Fletcher. Eagles with 3 sacks on the day in the sim.
Huge.
Fletcher with 1.5 of them. Seems his neck is okay. Be second and 11 from for the Saints. Yeah, I don't see you get man. I stopped playing fantasy football probably 6-7 years ago. Now I enjoy football the way every Eagles fan's supposed to. Just love the Eagles and hate everybody else. Don't have to root for a player or none of that. Oh, Brandon Graham causes a fumble. Nobody's around to pick it up. Brandon Graham with 2 sacks on the day. 3rd and 10 from the 12-yard line.
What the hell?
They only sent 3 on that play. He had all that time. But Brandon Graham with a nice little hit stick there on Taysom Hill. Ryan Ramczyk with the recovery.
Little helmet on the football.
3rd and 10 for the Saints from the 12. Can pick up a first down here. Can the defense hold them here? More than likely, Sean Payton will take a 3. Gun tight, Kamara in the backfield. Roby Coleman with a blitz off the edge. Oh, and that's going to be an interception.
Wow.
For Darius Slay. What a play by Darius Slay. 10-yard line. Eagles are going to take over on the beautiful diving interception from Darius Slay. Terrible throw there from Taysom Hill. Darius Slay with that acrobat ability, which is in Madden.
Man, a lot of things that are due going on here. Could be a win, an interception. I mean, we don't even know what interceptions are.
Big time play from none other than Darius. Big play Slay. Eagles are going to take over at their own 10. 4:20 remaining, up 14-7. Oh, wow. I hear you, Mike. Rest in peace, man. Right there with you. Miles Sanders off the left side. Nice little 3 or 4 yard gain. 12 rushes, 44 yards. 2nd and 6. This is where you put the game away. Nice little drive here. Nice little 4-minute drive. 4-minute football here. Put the game away. Run the ball a little bit. See if we can't get this W. And still be alive for the NFC East. Travis Fulgham in motion. Miles Sanders had a lane up the middle, decided to bounce it outside. 3rd and 5, loses a yard. 3rd and 5. Coming up on 3.5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Eagles on their own 15-yard line. Got a big first down here. Pick up this first down. Chew some more clock. Saints with still 3 timeouts. Still with 3 timeouts. Gun bunch for the Eagles. Miles Sanders in the backfield. Jalen drops back. Nice little find across the middle to Jalen Reagor for the first down. Big first down. Big find there from Jalen Hurts.
And he got smoked. Smoked.
Stood in the pocket. Took a hit. Delivered a good ball to Jalen Reagor. Jalen Reagor makes a big catch. 1st and 10. Keep the clock moving. Davenport was in zone coverage. Defensive end. Smacking down Jalen Reagor. 3 minutes remaining in the 4th. Eagles clinging to a 7-point lead. Gun stack here for the Eagles. Miles Sanders to the right of Jalen Hurts now. Jalen Hurts drop back the pass. Sitting in the pocket. He's going to take off up the middle. He's going to juke. Nice combined tackle there for the Saints. Nice little 8-yard gain for Jalen Hurts. 2nd and 2. More than likely going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Saints do not look like they want to take timeouts right now.
I was waiting for him to fumble that one.
Sarah Fuller over Jake Elliott. I mean, let's be honest, all right? Let's be honest. Jake hasn't been terrible, okay? Does he miss some kicks in big spots? Yeah, he does. And I'll agree. He shouldn't have got the money. We should have put the money elsewhere. But he has been good, very good for us since we've had him. Nice little first down there for Miles Sanders. Saints are going to take their first time out. Eagles are going to be able to chew a lot of this clock away. Under 2 minutes remaining. Saints with 2 timeouts. Eagles clinging to a 7-point lead on a touchdown from Miles Sanders and a 2-point conversion converted. Jalen Hurts to Alshon Jeffrey to put the Eagles up by 7. Stretch to the left. Miles Sanders covering that ball up. Minimal game. Saints take their second timeout. Got to ice this one away here. 2nd and 7. Got this play and 3rd down to pick up this first and put the game away. Let's see Doug put the ball in Jalen Hurts' hands here and pick up a first down on a nice little slant pattern. Jalen Reagor here. Put this game away. No, dive up the middle. Miles Sanders going to get the first down, covering the ball up. Saints are going to take their last timeout. That's going to do it. That's going to be the ball game. Unless Madden decides they want to play around. But that'll do it. 40-second play clock. That's the game. Take your knees. Victory formation. This was a boring game. This was an ugly game. Victory formation for the Eagles and Jalen Hurts. His first start in the NFL. Decent little game. 4 yards, 45 rushing yards on 4 carries. He had a big run there on the first drive of the second half on their touchdown drive. It was like a 30-yard, 33, 34-yard gain on a run to the right side. But it wasn't a busted play. He had no one open. He scrambled off the right side for 33 or 34-yard gain. A big run there for him. I don't know what we're doing here. Ace twins here for the Eagles. Miles Sanders in the backfield. Little fake jet sweep. Rush up the middle. Miles Sanders, 17 rushes, 67 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, who knows? I mean, it very well could be a 14-7 game tomorrow. You know, neither quarterback is big time offense. So we'll see. It could be a low scoring game tomorrow. Obviously, from the Saints standpoint, their defense is very capable of putting up a good defensive game.
Oh, absolutely. And the way we've been offensively,
that's gonna do it, man. The Eagles, our birds are gonna pull to their record to 2-3 in the simulations. Now the Eagles have not won a game since we've been doing these, so they've not won a game IRL. So we'll see. We'll see what they do tomorrow. Again, I look. We were talking about it earlier. I look for the offense to look a little different. I look for the play calling to be a little different. I look for Jalen Hurts to make some plays, but ultimately, I think the defense is going to be what wins us the ball game tomorrow. And Darius Slay came up with a big play to seal the win in this one. So we'll see if that happens, man. I think we win tomorrow. Give us something to talk about other than another abysmal loss and a terrible showing from the offense. I'm excited. I love Carson Wentz, obviously, but I'm excited to watch Jalen Hurts play tomorrow. I'm not ready to turn the keys over to him. I'm not ready to ship Carson out of Philly, trade him, whatever. I'm not ready to do any of that. He's still a very capable quarterback. He showed us that. But now I want to see, again, I'm looking forward to the offseason, see what they do, see if they can bring some guys in, Sixers, what did he say? Sixers, Celtics Wednesday.
Let's go.
So, Eagles had 80 passing yards. Not how you're going to win a football game, but we'll see. Tom, I don't know about you, man, but I'm looking forward tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing him play, even though I'm a Carson guy, and I'm looking forward to seeing Jalen Hurts play tomorrow, seeing what he's got, starting a whole game, the playbook, what the offense is going to look like, what the team's going to look like. I'm excited. For the first time since opening week, I'm excited.
Yeah, I think the first time in the last 3 weeks that I'm actually like, okay, Eagles football's on tomorrow. It's exciting.
It's because it's been abysmal. It's been horrible.
And just because it's different. Nothing more than that. Like, I don't know what I'm expecting from this tomorrow. I'm expecting them to run the football a lot. and something we haven't done all year. And then we'll probably have success with it, probably figure out a way to win it. And then it's going to be, well, Jalen's a better leader. They want to play for him more, or there's going to be some agenda. And then, we're going to have to talk about that crap all week. But in terms of just winning the game, yeah, we as fans, we just want to win at this point.
I'm gonna pay attention again to the media and different outlets to see what's said, win or lose. I just want to continue to see what's said. I want to see if Jeffrey Lurie says anything. I want to see. I mean, Doug says the same thing. He's so awful. He's so he's just not. His sarcasm and his press conferences are just like watching a can of paint. And then Carson, and I guarantee you, they still going to want Carson to talk. They're still going to want Carson at the podium just to see what he says.
Right.
One time, like Carson Wentz just come out. He made a long, like sound bite after sound bite after sound bite. But we know that's not going to happen. But it'd be interesting to see him like just lose it. Just pull a Ryan Leaf or something.
Yeah, a little Ryan Leaf move. Yep.
Leave me alone.
That's when you know he's going.
I'm a man.
That's when you know he's being traded after that. after that meltdown.
But again, I appreciate everybody tuning in this week. Again, next week we're going to start at 8. I got some things to take care of. Getting a big boy job. Won't be as much playing video games anymore. But we'll be back next Saturday, hopefully talking about an Eagles win. Hopefully not talking QB controversy. Jalen Hurts comes out tomorrow, throws for 404 touchdowns. Holy, could you imagine? Holy hell. But this has been Keps Korner. allcampusoc.com, discount code A2D or Keps Korner for 15% off. They are a hat and apparel store in Ocean City Boardwalk between 10th and 11th Street. Head on over to the store or allcampusoc.com. Get you some Christmas presents, nice little t-shirts, nice little hats for your Christmas. To whoever you need to buy Christmas for. Tom, it's been a pleasure as always. It's been tough sledding. It's been tough sledding this year as an Eagles fan. This is jolted some life into the media, into podcasts, into guys like you and me, into fans. Just jolted a little bit of juice. It's giving us something to talk about because all we were talking about is Carson Wentz done. Talking about the offensive line, talking about Doug, talking about Howie. Now we get to talk a little bit about Jalen Hurts and maybe there's some excitement tomorrow.
I completely agree with you. It was going nowhere, and we needed that as a fan base, that spark, right? And as guys who do what we do, we need that spark of something different. What the heck are we going to talk about for the rest of the year when it came to the Eagles? So it gave us something to talk about, and hopefully, hopefully tomorrow we can go try to figure out a way to win a game and have something good to talk about for a week. And this football team can feel a little bit better about themselves. And that's all you're asking for tomorrow. Now, as a fan, part of you wants you to lose so you get top 5 pick, but you also want to start seeing some young players play well, and hopefully we can tomorrow. So
some guys that are fighting for spots next year. Davion. I didn't see Davion Taylor. I know he went out of the game banged up last week. I didn't see him on the injury report. So guys like that. Alex Singleton again. TJ Edwards is out. So Alex Singleton and Davion Taylor are gonna have to play good tomorrow. But I'm just excited to see Jalen Hurts play. I mean, I'm excited to watch some football. It's still football Sunday. It's the holidays. Good time of year, watching some football, and spending some time with the family, getting ready for Christmas. But I'm definitely excited to watch Jalen Hurts tomorrow. If that's pretty much the only thing. I know what to expect from the offensive line. I know what to expect from the receivers. I know what to expect from the defense. I know what to expect from Jake Elliott. I know what to expect from all these guys. I don't know what to expect from Jalen Hurts, so I'm excited to watch him play tomorrow and see what he can do.
Yep, something different.
So that's going to do it for this week, Tom. Appreciate it as always. You guys have a great rest of your Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy some Eagles football tomorrow. Don't order your Jalen Hurts jerseys just yet. All right, hang on to your Carson Wentz jerseys. Hang on to those number 11s. Don't be Don't be writing Jalen Hurts' name over your Matt Barkley jerseys, because I'm pretty sure somebody in here has got a Matt Barkley jersey. I almost guarantee that crap. Probably a USC Trojan fan or something. But nonetheless, that's going to do it for us. Tune in all week long, A2D Radio. All these podcasts, Phillies, Flyers, Sixers, UFC, wrestling, you name it, A2D got it. And shout out to my guy Tom for letting me do this, man. I enjoy it as always. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. Me and Tom, we'll see you next week. Be kind to one another. Much love and stay blessed. We're out.